What up YouTube, I'm just doing a quick angelfish update. My pair spawned up top. I pulled them out after the babies became free swimming. The reason I pulled out the pair was I wanted them to actually be able to raise some babies for a change, so I pulled them out. So you'll be able to see one swimming right there. They're itty bitty. My biggest thing, which this is coming from a breeder, is I don't know if you guys see the bottom of this tank. It's pretty gross, and as you guys can see them, they're all kind of swimming towards the bottom. I got a couple dead ones down there. Is taking the time to actually clean the bottom of these tanks. It's very time consuming. So, but you can see them up top swimming around. 20 gallon is huge, but the advantage of having a 20 gallon, for example, is you got to realize that when they get older, you don't have to move them as much. A lot of people recommend a 10 gallon. I would too. I would recommend a 10 gallon if you're going to move babies. But if you're not going to move babies and you're just going to have a 1 and 2 tank, the reason I didn't let them try to parent raise this time around is they actually spawn on the opposite side of the filter, or not filter, slate. They spawn on this side facing this way, and last time they did that, it wasn't very successful. So I figured to go ahead and try to keep these guys alive, and I moved the slate for them, and you could tell they were kind of peeved about it. So what I'm going to do is the easy way, and the only way I really know to clean the bottom of this, is use this tiny little air stone right here, air hose right here, is to clean this at the bottom and clean around the gunk right here. But as you can see, there's a bunch right here. But there's so much gunk, I don't want them to be eating the gunk and dying. So if you can't make brine shrimp or don't know how to make brine shrimp, this is food I would recommend. It's called First Bites. It works. Not as great as brine shrimp. Brine shrimp is little tiny little things, and they see them, and they're little bugs basically to them, and they can eat them. So if you can make brine shrimp, I would recommend brine shrimp over First Bites. But I don't know if you guys can see them. So I'm not hoping to get a huge big batch out of this. Maybe I don't know. I'm hoping for at least maybe 10. Yeah, very optimistic. I haven't been cleaning this tank, and as you can see the inside of that filter, those little white worms will attach to your, right there. They'll attach to your babies and kill your babies, so I'm really hoping to get at least 10 babies out of this. If I get 10 babies, I'll be stoked. So basically, this is not a daily thing, but maybe once a week type thing. Is I'm going to get in there and clean this as best as possible. Probably drop it down quite a bit, just because I want to do a very thorough job about it. And I normally just do a water change by filling it up. I don't add primer or anything. So what I do is get tap water in a container like that, and let it sit for a day, or maybe a 5 gallon bucket. Let it sit depending on how much water it is. Obviously in this amount it'd be quite a bit of water. Let it sit, so a 5 gallon bucket, let it sit for 24 hours or so, maybe 48, to get the chlorine out. And I still do the drip system. If you don't know what the drip system is, check out my previous videos. Basically it's a little it's one of these things with a little plug-in adapter thing where I have a drip a second. It's really good for fry, regardless if you're doing guppies, angelfish, betas, discus. Drip system is a really good system, just because it's a very small amount of water going into your tank, where you got to realize how much bubbles and how much filtration you're going in there, and how big these guys are. So your water's being filtered faster than the water's coming in. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. The pair is down here. I don't know if you guys can see them. Temperature's at 82. I haven't filled this up all the way. I'm in the process of filling this up, so I just figured to make this quick video on angelfish. So I'm hoping to be able to get a couple babies out of this, but so far I'm not sure. I'm going to think optimistic here. I'm hoping for at least 10 babies. If I get more than 10, that's what's up. This batch around I might not sell. I might just go ahead and keep these babies and see what happens. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like always, much love. Peace out.